Hi, dear students. I welcome you for the part 3 of our history lesson. What books and burials tells us. In previous two parts, we have discussed about important of Rig Veda and what is mentioned in those old books. Okay, then we have discussed about few things about the burials which were found in the past, and we'll be continuing the same topic in this part also. So you watch the video very carefully. Okay, so your doubts will be cleared. Along with it, you can keep your textbook in front of you while watching the video, so it will be easier for you to understand the points or the topics which are given in the textbook. So let's begin. So here is the next point that we'll be discussing, where some burial spots meant for certain families. As we were discussing about, there were certain burial places where the dead bodies were buried, and the evidences of these peoples are found over this type of sites. And more information if you want to get about these sites, like this question is common, like this burial belong to a particular community, particular group, or what? So megaliths contain more than one skeleton. Sometimes it is found that megaliths, I told you what is megalith. Megalith is one arrangement done to bury the person. After his death, the person is buried. So megaliths are the arrangement. So they used to make the arrangement where the buried person was underground kept, and around the dead body's burial, the arrangement was made from the stones. Specially stones were kept so that the other person or may identify that this is the burial of someone. Now you must have seen the burials places where the people, like the Christian burial places which are shown, or actual also you must have come across. They are shown in the different serials, movies. Okay, even Muslim community also have the burial system, and in Hinduism also. So these burials nowadays also we are finding the burials, and that time the burials were also found, and this include the peoples that belonging to same family. Sometime it has happened that the same, suppose there is one family and the person died, suppose a old man died, and after some days, years, his wife also died. So the man where the first man or the old man was buried, exactly near of that man or the woman, the other partner, family member was also buried. I hope you must have understood. Suppose one person died from a family, so the other member of the same family who dies, they are also buried near or close to that earlier dead body which was buried. Okay, so how we are able to tell like this? We are able to tell like this because the scientists, archaeologists have found the dead bodies which are kept closer to each other. Okay, they are very close to each other, so it indicates that the family members were buried together, they were buried close to each other. And the bodies of these who died later were brought into the grave through the portholes. The portholes is the arrangement to bring the dead body. Stone circles and boulders placed on the surface probably serve the sign pots. These were the sign pots, so which should be understood by the other people, that this is the sign pot and there is already a burial. So so that they could return the same place whenever they were wanted to. So they have kept marks. This here is the dead body of this person. So when the family member of the same person dies, the another body of that family member is buried near that earlier body. So finding about the social differences, archaeologists think that the objects found with the skeleton probably belong to the dead person. It is found that suppose a person is dead and he is buried, and his objects like what jewelry he used to wear or what instrument they used to have, these were also buried along with the dead body. And archaeologists can tell that this was the dead body, this may be a dead body rather of a rich person. How they could know that this dead body is of rich person? Because the jewelry which was found near the dead body along with the dead body can tell. Suppose a person whose dead body is found, his skeleton is found, and along with his dead body the gold jewelry is found or some valuable jewelry is found, it means the person may be from a rich family. And the poor people, they used to wear the jewelry or other material which was made from other material than which was not very valuable or which was not very expensive. So according to what type of things we get from the dead bodies, we can tell that whether the person belonged to a rich family or poor family. So like here is one example, and Brahmagiri is one place where the skeleton was found, and along with the skeleton 33 gold beads were found. Beads, or we can say small beads were found, which were 33 in numbers. 2 stone beads were found, 4 copper bangles were found, and 1 conch was found. These skeletons have only a few pots, and I told you that this dead bodies also along with the pots also were kept, jewelry was also kept, some tools were kept, many things were kept along with the dead body. Now this find suggests that there were some differences in statues status among the people who were buried. It shows there's status of that person, which from which social group he or she is belonging. Some were rich, some were poor, some chiefs and other followers. So here is one more site that is given in the map, and the name of the site is Inamgaon. So Inamgaon is the place where the archaeologists have found some evidences about the buried persons, and there is a speciality of this Inamgaon. What are the speciality we'll be discussing. Okay, so Inamgaon is a place archaeologists have found some wheats, barley, rice, pulses, millet, sesame in these places, and bones of number of animals are also found in this place, and many bearing cuts marks that show that they have been used as a food have also been found here. So here we have found the cattles, buffaloes, goats. There's of course these are their skeletons which were found in these places. These include cattle, buffalo, goat, sheep, dogs, horse, ass, pig, sambar, spotted deer, black buck, antelope, hare, mongoose. Besides birds, crocodile, turtle, crab, fish. There is evidence that fruits such as bear, amla, jamun, dates and variety of berries were collected. So these people were doing different type of crops also, and they used to keep they had different animals. Their skeletons are found. Even we have found the fossils of different fruits which must have been used by these people. And along with this, in this place, in burial system, scientists, archaeologists have got different pots, and these pots are very special. These were oval in shape, and it has colorful, the color was given to the spots and which were famous in that area. Okay, so Inam Gaon, we have to remember some burial places from the Inam Gaon and what speciality was there from this place. So you collect more information about Inam Gaon. In previous video, which was in part 2, I have shown you a video in that it was shown. So there were number of images and that you must have seen. So you refer to that video also to get more information about Inam Gaon. So this is example of the skeleton which were found in the place called Inam Gaon. So this is the burial or the skeleton which was found in this place. Here you can see, here is one skeleton of a dead person, and you can find very valuable jewelry is worn by this dead person. So you can see there some jewelry on the different parts of the body, hands, and even in the neck and different parts you can see. This is the skeleton that is found, so it indicate, isn't it? It indicate that they were using jewelry, and not only jewelry, and they used to bury also. You can see number of beads kept around the body, moti, what we call on motis, and different jewelries. Bangles are there, you can see in the hands the bangles are there, and even some necklace thing is also there. Okay, and what skeletons tells us? So skeleton tells us, after studying the skeleton we can guess that this body must be belong to a child, because the bones will be smaller, and we also can tell that this body belong to a male or female. So it is not easy to know whether this body belong to a male or female, but on the basis of some of the bones that are found in the women only, and some of the bones which are found in only men, according to that we can tell the which gender this dead body must have belonged. Like some bone of the human women's hip bones, they are different. Some parts or some bones of human men and women are different from each other. So after studying these bones, archaeologists can tell that this body must be of a woman, this may be of a man, this may be of a child. Okay, even we can tell from the jewelry that they are wearing, but it is not easy from the jewelry. Why? Because this is found that these people were, even man also was using jewelry. They also had different type of jewelry items they used to keep, they used to carry along with the dead bodies, and they were placed along with the dead bodies. So on jewelry it was rather difficult to tell whether this body is of man or women, but we can guess many things from the jewelry also. Okay, so these are the things that are very useful for the human beings to know about the dead person. Like about 2000 years ago, there was a famous physician named Charak, and who wrote a book on medicine known as Charak Samhita. So in his book he has told about there are 360 bones, and this is much larger than that of 200 bones that are recognized in modern anatomy. So today we tell that there are 206 bones in human body, but Charaka told that there are more than 300 bones in the bodies. Of course, many things from the Charak Samhita still we are using in Ayurveda, whatever he has told. So this is one evidence that it shows that he had studied about human bodies, human skeletons. And I told you about how the gender or the sex of a skeleton can be told by some of the bones that are like hip and pelvic area of women, which can tell that this body belong to a woman. Then now last part of our discussion today, that is elsewhere. If you have, this is one example, that in China before 3500 years ago we have found some evidences of writing, but the writing is very much different. That was written on animal bones. People from China used to write on the animal's bone, and these bones are called oracle bones, and because they were used to predicate the future, so from this bone they used to predicate, they believe that we can tell the future, or what we can bhavishya of the person. King got scribe to write questions on the bones. They used to write some questions on the boards, these bones, and what, for example, what they could be writing: would they win battles? Suppose there is a king and he want to know his future. So what he used to write on the bones: will they win battles? And such questions they used to write, like would it harvest good, or would they have sons? The bones were then put into fire. So the bones were kept in the fire. They cracked because the heat. The bones used to crack from the heat, and those people who are telling the future, or what we call bhavishya of the people. Now also people are there who can tell the bhavishya, astronomy. The fortune teller studied these cracks and tried to predicate about the future. And after studying these bones, cracks on the bones, suppose which line is going to what direction, and like this they studied, and they come to know, they were able to tell whether it was true or not. We can't tell, but they was doing this practice. We cannot believe them 100%, but this was done in the early China. So they believe in the luck. Now also people believe in lucks, like bad luck, good luck, like these things. Okay, so these kings live in palaces in the cities, and amassed vast quantity of wealth, including large elaborated bronze vessels, and they did not know the use of iron. Okay, so this was all about the lesson. If you have doubts, you can ask. Along with this, if you go through those videos which I have already shared with you, go watch again and again part 1, part 2, part 3, whatever parts I am making. Along with this, you keep reading the textbooks, okay, so that your doubts or whatever question is asked in exam, that can be solved by you. And worksheet should be sent on the time, because your mark will be considered on how much worksheet you are sending. Okay, then it's okay. Take care.